So as we put together the budget coming into this year, we recognised that we had lots of uncertainties. Therefore, the forecast as we came in a year ago was that we would have a deficit this year. Colleagues across the whole university have worked hard to maximise our student recruitment. So we did have lower than expected international students, as we thought we would. We compensated for that with higher home EU student recruitment. Our restructuring has taken place in many areas and actually has cost us a bit less, and we've been able to use different means to achieve that. We've also had a really fantastic year in terms of donations, and this year we've achieved around £10 million of donations. So the impact is really positive. It means as we finish this year's budget cycle, we're on a sounder financial footing, and it means of course that we can invest back in our core activities, delivering excellent research and a really great student experience.
Obviously, I think the time when I really realised the massive impact that it had was when we
bought polymer banknotes, and of course sorts of reagents that will work well on paper.
The reason that BBC Crimewatch have chosen the University of Leicester to film at is because of our long history in doing forensic research, not least the discovery of DNA fingerprinting by Professor Sir Alex Jeffreys here over 30 years ago. The university has been continuing with its forensic research, not just in genetics where I work, but in chemistry, engineering and forensic pathology.
I think what attracted me to Leicester in the first place was it's a really exciting time to be coming here. The plans are huge and it's a real opportunity to help shape the future of the university by leading on the redevelopment plans for the physical environment strategy. So the Director of Estates and Campus Services is a really wide-ranging role. So everything from managing the grounds maintenance and all of the campus services, so the cleaning, the maintenance, the day-to-day running of every single building that Leicester University owns and occupies, right the way through to the strategic planning of the future of the estate and what it's going to look like in the next century. From a personal perspective, I hope that I can really build the new division, create a culture that everyone can buy into and really develop that going forward so that we act and feel and think like a cohesive division and therefore enable us to really deliver the best and the highest quality services to all of our customers, both students, staff and partners.
The thing that motivates me to do my research is that I really love finding out stuff. I always have.
I suppose I don't really think about research impact as being separate. It's always been absolutely integral to my research.
So thinking about not just who can use that research, but how do you get that information to them in a form that they can then use to change policy or practice.
The Heartwize programme is tackling the problem of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, and in particular making sure that members of the public know how to respond if they're on the scene and witness a cardiac arrest. We think that the place to start is with the younger generation, so the Heartwize programme aims to ensure that every secondary school leaver in the county has received training in CPR and how to use an automated external defibrillator. And what we're doing at the moment is we're training up medical students, refreshing their CPR skills and their AED awareness, and encouraging those students to join the Heartwize programme as volunteers and go into the schools with Heartwize trainers, and we train up all of the Year 10 pupils with a practical hands-on CPR session.
So in 2015, one of the first things we did was change the logo. The aim was to try and make sure it represented not only our history, but also us as an institution looking towards the future, making it a little bit more user-friendly for social media and other outlets. What we're doing now is thinking about how to go the next step, because brand always needs to be refreshed. What we're aiming to do is come up with a device that really represents Leicester, that we can use in a range of ways, in our PowerPoint presentations, on our printed material and elsewhere. And critically, we need people to buy into that brand and use it whenever possible. That way, across the whole institution, the brand will become common parlance. So whenever they see this device, they'll know they're looking at the University of Leicester.
The staff calendar is something that the Sport and Active Life Service we put together, and it's a way to try and get more staff involved with sport at the university and out and active. So we've got events today like rounders, we've got staff tennis every Friday, and then there's a lot of themed events coming up over the next few months as well. We feel that it's really important for staff to be able to socialise outside of working hours, and we think that sport's a brilliant way for them to be able to do that. Not only do you get the added benefits of the health side of things, but you also get the mental health side of things as well, so it's always good to see people out and enjoying themselves.
This is my first dig that I've been on, so it's a real learning experience to actually see what you do as an archaeologist. It's very hard, but it's really enjoyable, and it's really kind of shaped my experiences and shaped what I want to do now.
The students will benefit enormously from being here. They get a long period of training in archaeological practice. They'll learn all the techniques they'll require if they want to go on as a career in archaeology. So they'll learn how to excavate, they'll learn how to record what we excavate, they'll learn how to handle the finds. Everybody comes to Bradgate Park, but there's a lot that's hidden, a lot of hidden history. And I'm just really excited to see what stories we can tell.